Into no Trump if he said any country I'll beje udu product baha I'll beje misikako I mean timinya also told me dear son that is the percentage your business into a world tariff war.
Yeah.
Abusiafo ye nyina nim ye bra panyini Wahab international chese wono international consultant ni bibia mu dese o kam wonsem pa enya asem ketwa na Wahab ba be reveal secret bi a wo kire say Donald Trump e de 10% tariff bi atoto o my Ghana so ne ade betime de aye o my Ghana ne de ekoba nyina papai a kire mu yi pa yankwa ni enkotie ye bra panyini Wahab ensem wode atodwa de afa Donald Trump ade a opese wode ye o my Ghana na sa Africa no yankuni enkotie
from China, Asia, Africa, Obia nyani there, Europe, and nyani there, African Swenya, Nidia.
Fair share.
Would you say it's a blessing in disguise? First of all, before we come to the main discussion.
Well, it has always been a blessing. Say, country be a beholdu, not take care, not take control of your own destiny. So, if you feel and believe, say, your destiny hangs in the pocket of another country, it's just like say, obi wafo ladder. Now they are going to down so. You climb the ladder to get to the top, but when you wanted to come down, obia you ladder and free ho. So you have two options: either to jump down, get wounded, or get killed, or you remain at the top there. But what I say, that is what is going on now. Obian country African countries, let's start Africa because I'm African. Obian country Ghana, Lesotho, Nigeria, and all these countries say, basing the economy in US dollars. Obian can share other countries of the world, so basing the economy with the US dollars. Where we are now, America took advantage of the Second World War. World War now the Allied forces then cleverly they pulled all of them. America one participating much in the war, or call as humanitarian, nor call as peacekeeper. But no in we are not money bibi mumye nyina nkotena New York na United Nations no yamfamra ha na bibia ne yanka no ha. That's where America caught the world up and odom nyina akoshe New York into New York no or independent state of the New York United Nations street bear fall and no man's land say so America no problem cry or pewacho. Now a president or baby crana, so by UN General Assembly, America running you or Tiasia. Now, a ban of commercials, bilateral and the business. And no no de ekachium. Argentina metegana. Na me kwaje down oligon between dollars. Argentina obiti Yugoslavia your friends Burkina. No base in economy. Ka France foreign credit no. 1 year no ebia in France and euros. Na obasing economy in dollar. In the American form or printed dollars are not the BMA US treasuries. The US treasuries in dollar cash or ton because per dollar to. Oh, see this no trace camera print no. Or print yaboka at the atoho. No asako American no akoto dollar. It will be currency. And yet you are no kotonya bancho or $1 and US treasury. Not the BC Ghana or the bar. On Tom Mammy no crowd, no achama banks, no ton black market. In two Kotuska beton to Americano or the $100 mawa, treasury in the percentage bear 2%. In teens says $200, but the beer Obama bear let's say 95. Into the 9500 no could $95. And America did home across the world. But what is it? Now, African countries. American say, a dear Yaman I will to free America. And it is a si udria kuku. Na the kuku in Eba, United States no ababeton dia. Ukuku na odebano. I'll slash 10% on it. Because United States government will issue $80 million on cocoa related product a day.
Yan share your top 5 exports.
Yes.
Ewa hasi your chassis every gold.
Gold, yes.
Na aba crude petroleum.
Yes.
Na aba cocoa beans, cocoa paste, any manganese. Oh no. And only your top 5. Into each of these, 10%.
Okay.
Increment.
let's look at it case by case.
Okay.
Pick gold. To me, gold is not a viable commodity. We are offline. Gold is not a viable commodity. Gold, to an African country, Skabia and Shedenim. We rather reserve the gold or land in for emergency purpose rather than say, yeah, mining gold. Ensure our economic viability, gold. Tomatoes, our economic viability to an African. Gold. And he said, you're sorry, I'm not pay. What to ensure? Oh, Manumsio. Sir. Oh, sorry, I'm not pay. What do tomatoes? Be we pay me could Oh, sorry, I'm not pay. Obia tomaco. Sir. The Aqua Canish marketer. Obia tomaco. Obia tomatoes. Ensure. Accra, Sabi, no mamma man is Kakra, so I'm for and to look at the costs and the money that goes into drinking water a day. Next time, me know to way. Any the whole mufia. How many people and water gold? How many 2,000 Ghanaians your bed group you're doing better that day and net water gold? Gold has no economic viability. It is a stock and a metal that has a weight and a value called money. That's okay. And to say ye gold na ye there's in gold no. Say Ghana say or packaging issue. I go to Nsia Saudi Arabia said to Nsia, Kuwait to Nsia, Emirates to Nsia. You have water bodies, drinking water, SSIM financial. You make money out of that than selling gold.
So why are we not looking at that?
Because your economic senses and your directions of economy, the political decisions, you know, your leaders all over across board, you know, womu engine sebi say, okwa akuma dan ye tomato segu. But tomatoes, when it gets to European market, obiato tomatoes on a daily basis. And it's a pineapple, yen ton, yen timin franco export. Now ubia me no mien ya can go to hasem. From cry go if you have studio hanging. The party just said who raw good, none. Ubia who good. And what is the talk about? Sawotiha, now good. It's not a major export no. It is yes of in terms of value, no.
Yes.
You go do no value and I go do value. But in terms of economic viability, the usage and it's not a day-to-day product that you use. It is 40 million populated. Obi etonsu 40 million obi atomaku, obi ato cassava. Cassava ni good. Yeah, no economic friends benefits and then away. Inti back to the 10%.
By the way, these are all normal.
This is yes. It is your exportable commodity because Mexico in economic tomatoes. Peru in economy na pepper. So if you have all these things, now to me more in Congo export and found Congo now to go that when is your one
maybe to me pro.
Mama, Jina Honina, one to gold shin bottom. One is a gold ring.
Because gold
is nothing. Paper job. Obia no gold chair America. The whole Nevada state, Las Vegas. Gold in the bina yen America or tune gold. Tune gold. And then or say or reserve stock non person by conflict with technology. Because Nigerian basis will be too good. Obia and medicine. Obia and the effects. What it brings when we are dealing with
the gold rush.
Yes.
Then
yes. Yes.
Gold rush and
yes. Into Obia and tempted. Never does America says no ni dollar conform no akutu. Or no Obia and check. No akutu gold. Not they are backing the currency no as stocks needs you. That's what America is doing. Now all the end there one they are consume what degrade your land or forest why you be a gold
mining gold.
Yes. Who gold in the end now. You're too good. All over you say one who gold that. Who have seen gold? How many Ghanaians buy gold? Into America 10%, you know. To me, it is something like you said, a blessing in disguise. The social illustration aspect in our home say, okay, yeah, no, except here for and this one Korea and Japan, China for or no monko, no more percentage. Now here for the slash it. Now, over my 10% good, tariffs now. What it seeks to do, ni say, cocoa na ya de kono. Or say, ukoko na wade ba mi krumu, utia 10%. Because uji scanner, I listen, uji scanner utia waka, now this cano ako China. Now they are called Europe, now Kofa Niamano Akoton. Enti, how many Ghanaian companies are Minum Yakofa Niama America? Virtually none.
Oh, yeah.
Ghana government on turn medical supplies and on turn medicine, America. Or turn medicine and India or turn medicine. And to no cotton, cocoa no, Edema America $1 na. Or bar no discana cotton India medicine no triaka. In the sanity there, wow also pay me $1 no. Measure 10% every import. Choice. Opa fabra opa memfama. Who can be beat the manganese? Menu tikroma one or so manganese. Do you know how it looks like?
The ore.
Yes.
Raw, sir.
Thank you.
Because manganese ore near
yes, and how they call. And no volume say Ghana ni be a student who fa even mechanical engineering students are manganese on bida. They have not seen it. Ghana like timber one of our lucrative, but timber no yemfa Americans bium. Timber no China for India for be jihano de ko. And do not to tell who product no. Now gold no enye United States government and ye di gold in common. And yes, I gold in there, you buyers all over. But rather no, ye individual American companies and a better gold no ewaha. And I say pro-American companies and a better gold. But I no, only government now a contract of 10%. Onu tua, onu a 10% and a award there. They can new month to me at the dinner. Offending in alcohol.
Yeah, crude oil.
Yes.
Cocoa paste.
Yes.
Any, your friend is saying cocoa beans.
Yes.
Paste need beans in the
And then again, beans paste in the is in recent times.
Yeah.
And nobody sees in volume, just by math. Because yan me factory, our cocoa board for see. I say adding value. Of course, wouldn't mean adding value and cotton chocolate, Emma Swiss on top.
They say yes is the best.
Yes, until I say we produce raw no, also producing more. Cocoa beans, you know, not yana be say about added value. It is not true, so added value abroad be better. Until beans in I say we land no produce much or more beans, you know, and our farms, you know, fertile land, balanced rainforest land, you know, into Giano more, not turn no more, na juicy na the obeton, the other bayano or the acquire. You don't have that power and that technology. I'll be team their back into this technology. Giano more now beton. Obi beto tomatoes no so turn raw. Now be team Giamo or the man incest or besen. The other quiet and yawasem. I get me. Paste. Tell me, how many companies organ oil to cocoa paste? Very few. But cocoa no krangazano. Switzerland photo greater more than the United States. America be top processed. Our Belgium international market Ghana cocoa. Enti do no person oye ni say. Wahwe hu say enema na ye be fa na America no virtually en touch in free ho. Oko Costco na kotuto your friends say American water virgin water na de baha. Eno na ke wato bibi America hu the impact a wo Ghana no wo dey ba.
Engo for say Donald Trump onukura na say why lenient kakra towards because with China no 125% as of Enra. Now, obi the 125% to export so he's being lenient. That is why I'm asking, say, is it a blessing in disguise? Is it time for intra African trade?
In Yabaye AFTAC, which is a white elephant.
Yes.
In Isiakra.
And then there's also the Bakui Mirafinidine. I'm Castle Bekami. AFTAC. And then the one US 4 years sign.
The American African. It's a protocols. And I say bilateral agreements in there.
AGOA.
Ewo hobby bibi. Ni nyina oho. But the point is so the any AGOA no. Ni concentrate on the AFTAC.
Okay.
The AFTAC ni any African Union and the establish a commission. EDBC Accra. Say the African Free Trade Continental Area. African Nibia, Yenidi and Huja. And I've asked, I think in your studio, say, who are the people behind the trade? Is a human being. Who is to push the trade activities? A human being. Now, why your trade agreement? You collaborating, you trader. I cannot pick my passport as a Ghanaian and go to Morocco.
No.
Without visa. So how do I go and do business in Morocco? A Moroccan cannot come to Ghana without Ghana visa. And to any visa, how does he come? Do you send Saudi and Yamanu Kwaba to insurer so neko who is to follow? Egypt, Oma Ghana visa free. South Africa recently, Oma a funny, your friends a visa waiver. And of course, cumulative 90 days per annum. It means that we could be a tot. We 90 days within a year now, as we could apply visa. Into the whole Africa, you need Ethiopia is the center of African Commission, which is the African Union. How many African countries now call Ethiopia visa free? There's no country in Africa. Ne visa, resident visa, ne boarding chair Ethiopia. And how do you do business from as a Ghanaian in Ethiopia? How does Ethiopian come to do business here? Abra Ghana so omo baje visa sanko for Ghana resident permit $1,000. Look at the cost. Nigeria baje resident permit $500. Enu ko mini by Ghana so ko Lagos is about $1,000. In the yeni ankasa no ye position ye ho say ye pe bibia. And
currency is very important. With the West Africa echo. Now, echo nuclear
white elephant. Echo can never happen today because
why?
No, but how is it gonna be? From 1975, yeah, the echo was a sea agreements, charter, protocols, and then ebien why you signing. Yen signing free border, yen man signing.
What is the barrier to that?
The barrier to
because
that.
Because where you echo West Africa,
the French says back. And will control 11 French countries on the West African belt. 11 French countries, you know, only one making it 12. Guinea, Conakry. Onu kwana one man join the safer zone.
Okay.
But Roma can join the safer, and it's still controlled by the France. France will not tell. Say, Odne Togo, Benin, La Côte d'Ivoire. But French allies in the dorsal. Almost the French foreign ally, Omni and San Omatium Hono. Burkina, Niger, and then Mali, and Omatium. But even Mali, no, Unjani Sefani Yusu, or there Yusu. Burkina, Unjani Sefani Yusu, or there Yusu. And to France, the Castle Côte d'Ivoire, don't sign this agreement, under what would it happen? And the French.
But what about self-determination? Are we forever going to?
Is there any African country that self-determine herself? Self-determination is independence. The independence in the but having gotten the independence, which is self-determination, and then etc. No, what is beyond that? Any year, yetimi independently, yetimi bibia independently, your education system, everything. And the tariff for now, or not, dear man, is a wake up call. It's a wake up call, say. So, also dollar now, per dia, on the baby. On can say for products, bra, never gen $1. And the South so also produce Bibia, Americano, Naniba Bresh on so airpay. No, also bar also the tariff for no. Say export to United States, we need be. Because, my dear, social list of countries, Kuwait, or one product which is oil, Qatar. Or one product which is oil and gold. And your UAE, Saudi Arabia, San American de Tutoso. Because from 1946, American just Saudi Arabia, the oil is scarce to Kipamano. What Kipamana and Saudi for question, no Nimscano do door. And to uncommand tax. Uncommand
tax. No, that's a family coming.
Or what do you mean council? And then Kasogi, journalist, be Kokaya, Kukuno, Egypt. American Nimska, I said the Nimska from 1946 Accord. Akudi America, because 60% of Saudi Arabia oil, America for Nigerians cut to.
They don't want to rock the boat.
What's that?
They don't want to rock.
They don't want to rock. Now all these countries here, Kano, wow. Saudi United Arab Emirates, a country only independent 1971. Ebiku Asabi, one in China. 1971, Qatar, 1971, Kuwait, 1961. Share countries in the Arabian Peninsula. Yache umbibi. Share baby as our countries in one baby ayewo. Other than America through. So bekako our countries because he gets good money from them. But yamano, ediaben. Now the point say yeah bias, which I'm also educating the public and educating my good sister said. What Trump is doing, no, against Africans, Europeans have done it worse. But because what the persona Trump and then the attitude, and
I say, well, you know, Europe, who no mukau, and just we said
the Europeans are no against us, no, a very worse HSA. A country like Ghana, we have only 10 days from Accra to Amsterdam, Accra to Rotterdam port, in terms by vessel, Accra to Brussels, Antwerp port, Accra to Hamburg, Accra to Napoli, ports across Europe. It's either 8 days or 11 days. Now, again, the Europeans talk if we Latin America, which is about 45 days sailing. Tomatoes, auto pear, auto mangoes, auto watermelon, auto pepper, BBR if we Latin America. Europeans now could be biome companies our Latin America. Peru, El Salvador, San Salvador, Argentina, a whole no makoye because they get free land, free descent, any Brazil. Now I ship us on your money diaba. One, almost say a chemical none on the yoho.
Sir?
Yen yawaha, Accra to Amsterdam, and now Rotterdam no. Ya bro beno, pineapple. We used to have the best pineapple.
Yeah.
The whole of the African continent. Sweet pineapple, quality pineapple, yen yawo. And then the European Union for yeah. They slashed that one. Ewaha. Obeka Trump there. What about say a pineapple Timinko? Yet, your company be on records. A European French company called Blue Skies.
Yeah.
Blue Skies. Ya bro bena ya se ya yen in Sawomna. Europeans so montono.
Some say chemicals ne dosu.
Thank you. Me who heaven baby Blue Skies would dear ne pineapple no. Or no at from the cooperative farmers now say chemicals dosu no. And one Blue Skies or yen ne juice na anopa. E you are kele mafa. Air France afa. Brazil afa. Ebedu anopa the next morning 8 o'clock carry 4 French shops in the European shops na Blue Skies.
Me nyina free Ghana.
Ba kukure no free baby free Ghana.
Enti no me say trade ministry ni Europe omo din komo say say no omo check biom so omo say your chemicals coming omo check biom na yen to me export
chemical bi anim because because say omo no adua so ko Europe hwe pineapple da ne kase nyina be say efi Peru den but omo to 10 euros 15 euros a piece. Ghana dia kakraka fresh what juice nice also ompe. What about your pepper? Pepper no chemical Pepper no go for Peru no. Omo ye no organic there be ni nyina chemicals no didua. Ye chemical crowd say ahode ankofo wo gu nwira mo hu de omo ye. No pa do say na ye de weedicides and insecticides. It's a matter of how our trade ministry how weak they bargain because kotena desk no na Europeans in kasa on ordinary things yes I'll go and tell them because no money farmer in Japanese for said owned of farms that trade ministry onko ho owned of farms that agric ministry unsi ho. Your father must be a farmer, your mother must be a farmer, your family must be able to know how to farm. And son on what we say no say Japan or yaka who trade minister what say the Japan philosophy of trading as a into bit media co. Yet it is not like that. Ye produce agri produce nina madam. So you say ye man negotiated proper arrangement in terms of proximity and distance. Ye ni Europeans and ye Europeans di nyina ne gua. Aden are the same Europeans embassies ye no na wa ha. Holland embassy, Belgium, a German omnyana ha no mo. Ko agbobleshi. Ko hwe free to om to ho. Aden are the same fruit in by Europe they are chemicalized. Now to you had there.
Yeah, share your priority exports no, priority products no. Yes, chassis every chassis free automobile and vehicles. Ye free wa na yaba iron and steel products, pharmaceutical products, services. Yes, sign what industrial salt.
Yes.
Machinery and components, industrial starch, and so you will sugar, processed cocoa, cashew processed and in shell. You will horticultural products, oil seeds processed. Your fish and fishery products, textile garments and apparel. Your natural rubber sheets, aluminium products. These are some of the priority products at Ghana.
Exporting in commercial volumes, virtually none. Where even the money is sitting, oil, seed oils. Seed oil, boa seed, any seeds a wo chrome hano. Say an oiler, you cannot. We sika crown. It's more than the cocoa na high and war.
I just say, nipa be muti se mua as a mutia chile mo she who study.
Yes.
And now you are not just looking at it from the Ghanaian point of view.
Yes.
You are well traveled. You've
Very.
been all over the world.
Extremely.
You've seen things for yourself.
Yes.
And you are saying some of these things. So why are we still doing the same old thing?
Because I've said it and Ghanaians must listen. No country has ever succeeded politically, government-wise, with any party manifesto. You cannot run and rule and govern, administer, and then manage any country in this world with your party manifesto. It's wrong.
What are you suggesting?
What I'm suggesting is that the National Development Plan that cultivates the ideology, philosophy, and the everything that encompasses with the country, your resources in the BBR. As you prioritize it, say ye way. Madam, share a product be a friend cannabis.
Yes.
All over the world. Obia legalizing.
Ours is the best too.
Yeah,
when I heard, I'm like,
Obia legalizing. Cannabis protocols at the Ghana Parliament the last 12 years from 2016. Still counting 2000 and how do we look at 12 still counting 2008 still counting cannabis protocols yen signing here. You know why Lesotho is Lesotho for their high. You know why the Prime Minister of Lesotho, who is a very good friend, he has the biggest cannabis extraction oil in the whole world. Lesotho. Look at a small country like Lesotho. Look at a small country like Lesotho.
Yeah.
Almost Prime Minister. Only they do cannabis. Now the biggest cannabis oil extraction plant in Okotofri, China. In the cannabis oil, the cost of pharmaceutical companies all over the world will be a Kokotobino. Lesotho is Kanako. America or tossa cannabis oil no more than any other country.
Trump said nobody even knows that country.
Thank you.
Nobody even knows that country.
Okasa Onunim said no. And go for same team the cannabis. American pharmaceutical companies no sell country no tomo. Onu babajia no abaji nisika raw ni dollar no de aba. Lesotho here bibia no ko China. Enti se wo per dollar there ene measure this percentage. So yes idea ne fa ko China na ko ju RMB. American no share baby a mobaji musika more against what they bring down. And I say baby a mobaji dollar against what you also get from them. And only Trump is a bad president. But when it comes to a corporate America, what he's seeking to do, and he said, is it fair, in all fairness, say Japan or the car as many as 1.5 million cars from Japan and North America every year. Say average of $20,000 krana. Check it. How many American cars and a Japan photo? Not up to 100,000. So you see the balance of trade deficit.
Yeah.
A huge.
Yeah.
Now let's go to country China. Until Sana China by in the late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s, or staple a bit dominating the world markets. You know, Americans were buying American stuff. Car ne boarding chrome to America. Metal ne board padlock ne boarding cotton America. So American industries were in business. Now in American industries, you know, the corporate America, that's the private person who did on to America no. Or cotton in China. No there be room America. No aton no aje dollar. So who earns the dollar is the Chinese.
Yeah.
And Trump was looking and said, BBI South America subway train crown almost to Japan for Nema. China for Nema. And the Americans are buying. Oko Canal Street in New York. Everything China. And Donufi said no. If China had become right now, the most economic powerful nation, is no more America. And Trump knows. It's just the talk. China is the strongest economic power of the world now.
But China is always ranked behind America.
It is because, America, they call it world police, world democratic nations, leaders of the world. Because, I want the UNC. Because, America, the capital ends, medicine, crana, a higher tech. And America will not sit down, come in the history of the world. Now you see the world's strongest economy, America. Don't forget the 2015 when the economic recessions. It's Chinese that build America out.
Yes.
And Americans go many and it is not correct say America woman say China tops them and they lead them. Even India, they chop them, they eat them, they lead them. But sa economic trade competition now between 3 countries. It was between Germany, Japan, and America. Who is who? Who has the best economy? United States always rank themselves best.
Yes.
In the mid 80s, Germany comes second, na Japan taking. Germany comes second, na Japan taking. And Korea best step in. When Korea stepped in, no, not those Korean refugees and go American. The American car technology called Korea. Or call building Hyundai cars, they are by American. You enter American cars to Korea there. Japan then the cars call. Ubia then the cars call. Germans drum cars call. How many American cars do you find them in Germany? 0. How many American cars in Korea? And to know Trump, if he said any country, I'll budget udu product baha, I'll budget misikako. I mean Timinia also told me dear son dear. That is the percentage your business. Into a world tariff war.
Yeah.
And or diaba. They had inquire among the lot on Canada. Because Canada there or in any border.
They say they want to make it is it 50 52nd state
because
it's a sovereign country
and you crack a royal republic or president Prince Charles. What is the King Charles? Then so it was an insult on the face of the Canadians.
And now say it's time for us to start exporting your vegetables, your fruits, if you say now sege. You mentioned it. Ubeko na watermelon they go for sisalo mango. Ye pair kesia.
Kentampo. Mango suni na ye tugu. Ye tu mango suni na o kentampogu. Mango no swa na te egu from. Salon mango is the most expensive. Let's compare salon mango if we Argentina. The distance and the mileage a cover and sana be do Europe. Now we mo train emaneba enomato. Now we be salon mango. Why na o kentampo or the chemicals they do salon mango? Why Nigeria pay our Ghana or the chemicals Nigeria?
Why are we not fighting this?
We are not fighting because
we have a trade ministry.
We have
an agri ministry,
which is very weak. The trade ministry had always been very weak, and I wonder, and I'm sorry to say, if you are appointed to be a trade minister, to me, out of the Ghanaian cabinet, that's supposed to be the most powerful ministry, even more than ahead of the health and then ahead of the education. Ahead of the education, interior is not even this because you're in any interior issues.
Yeah.
Because a country whose unemployment rate is so high, we were a country with university students who graduate as many as 200,000 students a year. Now we need money. We need to promote to agri and we need to promote to produce. And to produce na enkono. And now exacerbating the issue of unemployment and moreover and crime to so many ejuma. When they need family land, including yourself and my good self, it is said obia on family land and on use okoto okru okudia okru. No beti mato okru no. Ni ata. Do you think say obebo tie actual application not in a shop? Do you think say girl be take invitation every day Accra beautiful girls can so per juma appointment and for the bema o mama a hotel room kodiki now do application now for over question no change signet Ghana official now the socks now the box session sit down let's discuss what
in a hotel room
only na ukra na o yipa application was yankuja me funeral obeko because o page mo cost on sanfa it is because we don't have any use of our land, neither do we have any use of our produce. Where does it come from? It comes from the fact that we should be able, country be producing foodstuffs to turn piano, or you see only 40% locally. No, I export 60%.
Yeah.
You agree producing 60%. The Ministry of Trade in fact, emeto. Yam government. How does the government coordinate? How do they support the yam sellers? A mad yam from no be a money, or a fire, it be a 2 containers or do Germany. O my jom duty, no. Bakopa preoma, Sienye, and look and call German, German, Ekoto, African shops. Yami no me himself by Reno Pride, Tim Trabe, a program. European Rouse Mudiambu. No, I rejected the whole yam, no, and then a trade ministry, Waka, and they are supporting Ghanaian. Because, the European Union is in Accra, and our countrymen here. All the embassies in our. What do you need to do? You have press soiree, and that's a business meeting, cocktail meeting. aba obi antra konya se gina table so ye yakobi the Europeans in organize bi yakobi Ghana for ministers ni baby Denmark for ye be water ye nyina yakobi akonya kroma bi ntra so they tell you what they have called you for drink ni si wonum bi pastries kakra yitu on wo metra me di banku me di fufu bia na tie de all can that is what they promote their country Ghana mission Ghana ambassador na aden ba kwa abontina oko celebrate independence in the Republic Day ontimi fa business man am also am ministry no all the embassies here can want some how many of them have you called them? Some of us could technically advise because we do other countries here technically we advise them but Ghana the policy advocates and the technical advisors we are not and you are not a party man so it comes to the slogan say onye sorry when you're party member we ain't even mount let's say a government role to play now say trade ministry so good technical advisors and our for political sake what they for minister on your politician from the party that is so good to the affairs of the party. What about the technical advisor
and consultants
and the consultants? So the consultants will be able to tell you say look here there's money here there's the money there. You don't necessarily need to take who produce farm producing at the Europe. There be Saudi Arabians to tomatoes to Europeans.
So it's time to look at other markets.
It is the other markets. We're talking about emerging markets. The Turkish, etc. And then I'll be to Turkey, then also be to Diaba. Now say Turkish ones are TS Moba or Befa good. Share interesting thing. Artisan work. They say Omaba. I'm say Ghana needs Daya for professional sake. Turkey for Nisi. Serious Nisi. We are losing out.
Confirm me subscribe to channel way, but omuni eye notifications and me ba live for anase me post video to ma omu hunu me video nhwe. Etian wan se obekọ eye YouTube no so wabo me din Ekuonaba TV no ebe yaba. Eyi ba no wabo me video ba akoso. Obo me video ba akoso a se won subscribe ya no wa mia subscribe button no so. Se won subscribe so a no wa mia adoma no so to all notification. We ne saa na se me the video tumu a ubonsa wonsa be kana won so wanya bi ahwe se de be ya me ba obehu mi nti no mia adoma no so na Facebook kai so be like me page no se de be ya me video bi a me post bi ansa betimi aka bi betimi akọ settings e wo phone no so na wa mia settings no akọ notification na afi akọ mia eye YouTube no wo dia to notification button to wa mia to ho se de be ya me ba live wa benya me nti na me kire saa no ma we nyina me serew se wonya ne saa ye ne saa se won subscribe to me channel so subscribe to channel se de me video tuma unsa betimi akabi medase.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the toothpaste. Bear in mind, this product is not suitable for pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children under 18 years old. Enjoy!
I am Shafo. So we'll pay a sifita structure of what yet. And the enough for Hokodom unique laser whiten. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains beer, unique laser whitening product. Ebe yini nyina free summer kama. The oyani so be fraying. Ewa 079-9979-2330. Unique laser whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
Unique. Pennyfor se bibi o wiase ntine da ne atopno na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and NASA brochure na ufi Ghana. Now person CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and in South. We get CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell, and intercom, and satellite TV, home theater. So upe biato, and wato, and person be install them out. Pro Technologies and our software. Na shenen so. See fidie nyina fra America brochime ndi sane papam na opade a manwene ho na ne bo nso da fom meche ye no da we brochime mu ha ene e branch e wo Ghana ye ni mo bra wo bre nti sika fa ye nsem tiemfanya japade ma wo Ghana wo da na near tenese yes general construction so we brochire na peso si fi Ghana e dan plan bi o peso si se wa sha se dada anafe na peso si plan bia ye besia ma eno achi so ye solar power ana bamba ho nsensem bi ade woni ye ninsa wo so ne esanso ye smart home abefo fidie bi apesta hye e wo fie ana watwuma mo de ma wo woni ye ninsa wo so we are just a call away ne esanso wadan de ma han ana ofre brochire bedu Ghana na wo pe full house room ana apartment ahan for short term and a long term ye be ma obiane border form na bamba ho nsem de manwene ho enna ye interior decoration so wasi fie na wie ana ye su fie na ma no ye sign decoration ye be siesie fie ana office o e de ama eno ati so tom fidie bi na wo ho kwan fa so install ana ne settings ye be ye e de ama e wo Ghana wo be hu yen wo mre ofra denta e de wani a che dodoa wo be hu ye e wo ahye ye ne Emalin pharmacy e na wo the same building. For information or WhatsApp 401-7570-300 and a plus 401-6992-254. Pro Technologies. We have the solutions for your security and home entertainment needs at affordable prices.